Hello and welcome to the mains PYQ discussion by Neva AS. The theme for today's video is Battle of Panipat. The question is from the 2014 mains. It goes like this. The third Battle of Panipat was fought in 1761. Why were so many empire-shaking battles fought at Panipat? So compared to the other questions from this theme, this is an unconventional question. Something that one is unlikely to prepare because it's about a place. We study about Battle of Panipat, but we never care about why this place is a strategic location. So once this question was asked, this content was part of all the standard textbooks, but before that it was not. Now we'll start this question by talking about the third Battle of Panipat, what is mentioned in the question here. We'll explain that in the introduction. So the third Battle of Panipat was fought between Ahmad Shah Abdali and he defeated the Maratha Empire. So the ambition of the Marathas to take the place of Mughals and to control entire India was spoiled by Ahmad Shah Abdali's third Battle of Panipat. So we'll explain that here. Then we'll connect it with other battles in Panipat. For example, the other two empire-shaking battles and numerous battles that were fought. We'll also give the strategic location. Where exactly is it located in the intro? Which is Haryana, very close to Delhi, the conventional or the capital of most of the dynasties in India. Now we have the scope of a diagram or a map here. We'll give at least the top first half of India and we'll mark Panipat along the Delhi-Haryana region. This is a 10 marker. So we have three parts to this question. First, we'll give the empire shaking battles of Panipat, the three of them. Then we'll talk about the other battles. All these will be value additions. And finally, the major part, why were so many empire shaking battles fought at Panipat. So three empire shaking battles. One is the first battle of Panipat, where Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi. The Lodi dynasty or the Delhi Sultanate was dethroned and Mughals established their dynasty with this battle. Second, 1556, Akbar defeated Hemu. So Akbar's father Humayun was defeated by Sher Shah. Then Akbar was brought up by Bairam Khan. He was a teenager when he ascended the throne, and this particular battle solidified the Mughal Empire. Then Akbar ruled for a long time, from 1556 to 1605. Finally, the third battle, we have already dealt with that in the intro. We'll just mention that here. Then there are numerous other battles as well. We can give it as a flowchart maybe, if you don't have space, as it's a 10 marker. In 1658, Aurangzeb defeated his brother Murad Baksh. So this was the internal battle between Mughal princes, and this solidified Aurangzeb's claim to the throne. Finally, 1739, Nadir Shah's defeat of the Mughal forces. So there were two major invasions, one by Ahmad Shah and first by Nadir Shah, second by Ahmad Shah. And they completed the devastation of the Mughals in that period, in 18th century. So that was also fought in Panipat. Now coming to the reason why. First of all, it's the central position, very close to Delhi. It's situated in the heart of Indo-Gangetic plain here. So that central position is very important. That's the first point. Second is the access to Yamuna river. So Yamuna was on the banks of, Delhi was on the banks of Yamuna. So Shah Jahan or be it any other ruler who established their dynasty in Delhi, they relied on Yamuna river for reliable source of water and transportation. So that is again a second reason. So army had to be transported and huge goods have to be transported and they should be supplied with water, and that was taken care by the Yamuna river. Third, control of the Doab region. So Panipat lies in the Doab region, which is the fertile area between Ganges and Yamuna, that central part. So that control over that region was very strategic. So for that, the battle was always held in Panipat. Once you win in Panipat, you have control over the Doab. Fourth reason, proximity to the Himalayan passes. So if you look at India's map, the coast starts from here. So if someone is coming, they have to come through the passes from here. So this proximity to the Himalayan passes is one reason why the Indian forces coming from Delhi will meet them here in Panipat. Once Panipat is defended, they cannot come into the mainland India. So that is one reason. Then next is the intersection of trade routes, including the Grand Trunk Road, which connected Delhi to Lahore, Kabul, and the road connecting Delhi to Deccan Plateau. So if you look at the map here again, there are two intersections, one from Delhi to Deccan and second the Grand Trunk Road here, and this is the intersection, Panipat. So that again is another reason. So all this points to the strategic location of this region. And the next reason is the natural defenses. We have already told about Yamuna, which is one natural barrier. Next is the Aravalli Hills along this side, along the west. So this acts as a natural barrier for the forces to come through passes only. And next you have visibility and communication. So those are times when there is load dependent on ground communication. So a plane is very important. When you mobilize an army of tens of thousands to communicate effectively using sound and echo, you need planes. And that was enabled by the flat terrain of Panipat. And finally, access to resources. So this is a connected point. We talked about Doab, we talked about Yamuna. So the supply of resources. So battles often features for a long time and the armies have to be fed. So fertile agricultural land and abundance of resources is very essential. So we have given 8 reasons here for the reason of Panipat being the center of empire shaking battles, and this will be enough to address a 10 marker along with these other value additions and the map. Now we'll go to the conclusion, the importance of strategic locations in warfare and kingship. That will be our conclusion, which means strategic locations were very key in ancient empires. For example, Magadha. Magadha emerged as a Mahajanapada from a Janapada because it was on the bank of Ganges. It had supply to elephants from the forest. It had access to wood from the forest. The nearby coal mines were there. So strategic locations are key for empires, kingship and warfare. We'll conclude with that point in the conclusion. So we'll have an unconventional conclusion for an unconventional answer, and this will give you a holistic coverage of a question like this. Thank you for listening.